record from my side and let me share the screen. So yesterday anyone tried restoring the database? Anyone tried restoring the database yesterday? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So is it successful?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Let me close and reopen the server. Right. Okay. So in the last class, we have discussed about lot of things. So how many recovery types are there? Can anyone tell me? How many recovery types are there?
2 types, sir.
And simple. Huh?
2 types, sir.
What are those?
Restart recovery, restore recovery.
Very good. Okay. So recovery types means 2 types: restart recovery, restore recovery. So in what and all scenarios the restart recovery will work?
Full bulk
Database
simplified.
online or offline.
Next. What is the other scenario?
Restart.
Restart.
Very good. Okay. Whenever you restart the SQL server, then databases will go for restart recovery. Or if you just bring the database offline and again online, in that case also databases will undergo for restart recovery. Restore recovery means?
Restoring database.
Yes, whenever we are restoring a database, after restoration is completed, database will go for, okay, a restore recovery means it will check. Simply recovery means it will take some time and it will check everything is successfully restored or not. In the same way, while databases are coming online, it will check all the objects are accessible or not, everything is healthy or not. So it is going to run DBCC check DB on the databases while restart recovery and restore recovery also. In this way, it will check the consistency of each database. If the database is healthy, then the database will comes to online. That phenomena, okay, that phase is called restart recovery and restore recovery. If it is done during restart of the server or offline online of the database, that is restart recovery, and the same process is done during the restore of the database, that is restore recovery. Right. How many recovery models are there?
3 recovery models.
Okay, what are those?
Full bulk simple.
Full bulk login, simple.
Okay, simply I'll tell you one thing about these recovery models. Recovery models means controlling the behavior of the log file. What is the actual behavior of the log file? We have already discussed. Log file will keep writing each and everything to that particular file. Okay, each and every database will have data file and log file. Data file will be used to store the data permanently, whereas log file will be used to store the data temporarily. Once the data committed, the data will goes from log file to data file permanently. Once the data written to the data file permanently, the same transactions are going to be truncated from the log file. This is the behavior of the log file. Okay. So in the full recovery model, it is going to behave like this only. Whatever behavior we have discussed, if the database is in full recovery model, okay, it will behave like this only. Okay. Same concept. So the log file won't be truncated automatically in the full recovery model. That is the main thing. If the log file won't be truncated automatically, then we can take the log backups. So all the backups are possible in the full recovery model. Okay, full differential log backup, and we have copy only backup. Whatever backups are there, all the backups are possible. Okay, in the full recovery model, right? I'm giving. Right. Okay, so whereas in the bulk logged recovery model, it will also behave like a full recovery model database until there are no bulk operations in the database. If there are bulk operations, all the bulk operations are minimally logged. What is meant by minimally logged? It will only save the basic details of the transaction, which won't help for the redo and undo purpose. So that's why if you found any bulk operations, then log backup is not possible. Okay, why? Because it won't record each and everything. When log backup will be helpful, if it records each and everything, then only it will be helpful. If all the transactions are minimally logged means fully logged means what? Saving each and every transaction details completely. Transaction, query, date and time, database name, table name. Okay, it will store each and every transaction information, and 108 attributes of each transaction information will be stored in the log file that will be used for redo purpose and undo purpose. If you don't store that much of information, you cannot do redo, undo, and again you cannot take the log backups. So if you cannot take the log backups, point in time recovery is not possible. In the full recovery model, point in time recovery is completely possible. In the differential, not differential, in the bulk logged recovery model, yes, point in time recovery is possible. If there are no bulk operations, it will behave like a full recovery model database. If there are some bulk operations, okay, log backup is not possible. So point in time recovery is not possible. Whereas in the simple recovery model database also will behave like a full recovery model database only. The small difference is, in the full recovery model, log file won't be truncated automatically, whereas in the simple recovery model, log file will be truncated automatically. Here also all the transactions will be fully logged. But what is the problem in the simple recovery model? The log file gets truncated in irregular intervals. In irregular intervals means what? Whenever checkpoint runs, log file will be truncated. Whenever you took the full backup, log file will be truncated. Whenever you change the recovery model, log file will be truncated. So that's why if the log file, those are all different cases, but usually whenever checkpoint runs, log file will be truncated. When checkpoint runs on the database, for every 60 seconds, automatic checkpoint runs on the database. That means your log file gets truncated for every 60 seconds in the simple recovery model. If the log file gets truncated for every 60 seconds, then how can you take the log backup? So in the simple recovery model, you cannot take the log backup. If you cannot take the log backup, point in time recovery is not possible. So in the full recovery model, point in time recovery is completely possible. In the bulk logged recovery model, sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not possible. In the simple recovery model, your point in time recovery is not at all possible. Whenever you change the recovery model, you have to take the full backup. Until you took the full backup, the database will behave as it is in old recovery model. This phenomena is called pseudo simple recovery model. This is what we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so let's try to take 3 backups, full, differential, and log backups. Okay, and I'll restore those 3 backups now. I'll take fresh backups and I'll restore now. Same process, there is no different process. See, for taking full backup, you have to follow different process. Differential backup, you have to follow different process. Log backup, different option you have to choose. But while restoring, there is no different process for restoring full backup, for restoring differential backup, for restoring log backup. Only one small change is there, I'll tell you. Remaining, the process is same. Okay, for restoring all the backups. Let me take the full backup for batch 39 backup database. All the 3 backups I'll take. Okay, batch 39 to disk is equal to file name batch 39 underscore full underscore today's date 28th, right? 28/09/2021 .bak. This is full backup query. Control C, Control V. Okay, with the differential. Okay, and
Sir?
control. Yeah, tell me.
Database name batch 39.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Batch.
Thank you. Batch 39, batch 39, batch 39. Okay. Batch 39 full, and this is your log backup, right? Log bkp. Okay, .trm. Right. Okay, so let me take full backup. Yeah, tell me.
సార్ మనం ఫుల్ బ్యాకప్ లో లాక్స్ అనేవి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ట్రంకేట్ అవ్వవు అని చెప్పారు కదా సార్.
Yes.
బట్ సింపుల్ ఎప్పుడైతే చెక్ పాయింట్ చెక్ అయితే అప్పుడు ట్రంకేట్ అయిపోతాయి సింపుల్ రికవరీ మోడల్
Yes.
అని చెప్పారు. మరి అలాంటప్పుడు ఫుల్ మనం మాక్సిమం ఫుల్ బ్యాకప్ ని ఐ మీన్ ఫుల్ ఉంచుకున్నప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ రికవరీలో ఉంటుంది కదా సార్. అప్పుడు ఆర్కేఎస్ ఆ లాక్స్ లో ఉన్న మన లాక్ ఫైల్ లో ఉన్న ఎలా 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 మూవ్ అవుతుంది సార్? మన ప్రొడక్షన్ లో ఎప్పుడు లాక్స్ వస్తూనే ఉంటాయి కదా, అట్ని ఎలా ఎలా రిమూవ్ చేస్తారు సార్?
Yes, in the full recovery model, okay, we have to shrink the log file. Once you shrink it, whatever committed data is there, that will be, see, always your committed data will be written to the disk. It's a continuous process. Okay, always, whenever the data is committed in the log file, it will be completely written to the disk. Disk means your data file. Once the data is moved to the data file, the data will be saved permanently. Okay, so even though if you just shrink the log file, once the data is moved to that particular data file, okay, automatically what happened, you can see free space. That's it. That free space won't release it to the operating system. Again, yesterday also we have discussed this point. In the full recovery model, even though the log file is full, okay, it won't release the free space automatically. Okay, but whereas in the simple recovery model, no need to struggle for the free space. Okay, automatically it will release the free space to the operating system. Operating system means to your server. Okay, whereas in the full recovery model, if imagine lot of transactions came into the database, lot of transactions are inserted, okay, into the database, the log file grow like anything. Imagine the log file grow until 500 GB. Once it expand till 500 GB, again it won't come back to 100 GB or 1 GB. It is the manual process. We have to check it. What is the reason why the log file is not truncating? So sometimes you have to take the log backup. Then only log file will be truncated. It will tell you the reason why the log file is not truncating. Okay, so we have to check it. By using some queries, we have to check it why log file is not truncating. Why? Because in the full recovery model, log file won't be truncated automatically, right? That is the main principle. So we have to truncate it manually. There are a lot of ways to truncate by taking log backup. Okay, by different ways. Sometimes you can see active backup, active restore, active transactions. Okay, so these are the different scenarios where your committed, or else like where your log file won't be truncated automatically. So you have to check the reason, you have to truncate it manually, then you have to shrink the log file, then only it will release the space, okay, for full recovery model database. That is the not automatic process. That's a manual process. You have to truncate the log file manually. When you can truncate, okay, if your log file is creating a problem, if there is no free space in the drive, imagine your log file, initially your log file is 1 GB. Okay, lot of transactions came into the database. Now your log file went to 500 GB. In the simple recovery model, it will come back to 1 GB automatically. Whereas in the full recovery model, it won't come back to 1 GB. You have to check it why the log file is not truncating. Then you have to check the reason. You have to truncate it manually by taking the log backups and all. You can truncate it manually. Once you took the log backup, the log file will be truncated manually. Once it was truncated manually, then you can shrink the log file. This is the process. Okay, in the organization, 90% of the databases will be in full recovery model only. So we have not all scenarios. Okay, In some scenarios, we have to truncate the databases manually. So every time regularly, it's very
Okay.
common. You will get a disk space alert for log drives. What you have to do is you have to check why log file is not truncating. There are some reasons like log backup, everything we can see some reasons. So after fixing that issue, then you can truncate the log file. Means it's a manual process.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, one solution ఇప్పుడు సింక్ చేస్తే లాక్ ఫైల్ సింక్ చేయమని సింక్ చేద్దామని చెప్పారు కదా సార్.
Yes.
సో మన లాక్ ఫైల్ సింక్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనకి మనం ఏదైతే కంపేర్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్, ఈ లాగ్స్ ఆల్రెడీ మన డేటా ఫైల్ లో రైట్ చేస్తే మనకు తెలుస్తుంది.
No, it's not like that. Once committed means that's it. See, even if you shrink the log file, don't think the whole log file will be shrinked. There are lot of solutions are there. There are lot of reasons are there. Only committed data whenever you're truncating, or shrinking. When you can do shrink, once the log file is having free space. Shrink means what? Simply release the free space in the log file to the operating system. That is called shrink.
Sure.
Release the free space of the file. See, you have autogrowth option. Imagine you just enabled autogrowth option. It is like around 1024 MB, like 1 GB. Once your log file is full, 1 GB is going to add every time. So like that, if the transactions are coming, your log file will grow like until sometimes it will grow till 2 TB also. Your log file will grow till 2 TB also. It will consume all the drive space. In such case, if it is in full recovery model, why? Because you have to free up the space in the log file, in the log drive, in the log file as well. If you don't free up the space, what happened? Log file will be full. If the log file is full, it won't welcome any incoming transactions. If it won't welcome incoming transaction, database will go to suspect mode or offline state. So application will be down. Okay. So in such scenario, you will get an alert on this server so database, the log file is full. So what you will do, immediately you will log into that server, and then what you will check, why the log file is not truncating. Okay, so you will check why the log file is not. Why? Because we have already discussed, if the database is in full recovery model, this is common behavior.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's an expected behavior, so nothing to do here. Simply go to the server, check the database, why it is not truncating. If it is showing any log, some reasons it will show. Okay, there is a query, select name comma log reuse wait description. Okay, you have to run this query, select name comma log underscore reuse underscore wait underscore description from sys.databases. Okay, you have to run this query. Here it will show you what is the reason why the log file is not truncating. Here in all the cases, it is showing nothing, means there is no issue with the log file. Sometimes you can see log backup and all. Then what you have to do, you have to take the log backup. Once you took the log backup, then only log file will be truncated. Means if it is automatically truncated, there is no issue of space. But in that full recovery model, it won't truncate automatically. Only that will be done in the simple recovery model. Okay, so in that case, if you see log backup and all, take the log backup, then log file will be truncated. Truncated means what? All the committed data will be written to the disk. So the committed data will be deleted from your log file. Imagine in 2 TB, 1800 GB is committed data. So once you took the log backup, this 1800 GB means 1.8 TB. 1.8 TB will be free. Even though if it is free, still you cannot use it. When you can use it, once you shrink that log file, whatever free space is there in the log file, that will be released to the disk. Then you can see in the disk, you can see 1.8 TB free space. Truncate will simply delete the committed transactions from your log file. Shrink will help to release the unused space to the operating system. There is a difference between a truncate and a shrink. Okay, completely both are different actions. Both are not equal, both are completely different. Truncate will help you to free up your log file, whereas shrink will help you to free up your disk. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So again,
Thank
if
you,
you
sir.
don't understand anything, okay, it will take some time till you get clarity. Okay, so I have created one video in the YouTube, how to shrink log file and all. What happened if you shrink the log file? Go to the my YouTube channel and just go and watch there. Okay, how it will behave. Okay, so simply in the full recovery model, log file will keep growing. If you want to stop it, check the reason why it is not truncating, fix the issue, then shrink the log file in this full recovery model. In the simple, you won't get any log file issues. Why? Because in the simple recovery model, log file gets truncated. If it gets truncated every time, it won't grow, right? If it won't grow, you don't face any disk space issues. Right. Fine. So let me delete this one. And differential backup is also completed. And let me take the log backup. Right. So I took the full differential and log backup. Let me go to this C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server, instance root directory, MS SQL, backup. Where is the, yeah, these are the 3 backups. Okay. Okay. For this also I use this one. Okay. Let me do one thing again. Let me take the full backup. Okay. This is the okay. Full backup, and this is diff. Okay. Otherwise what happened is this one is like appended with this backup, so we don't have differential backup, it was mixed. Okay, then let me take the log backup as well. Right, so we have 3 backups now. Full backup, this is your full backup, this is your differential backup, and this is your log backup. So let me restore all these backups. First I'll show you how to restore one by one, then I'll show you how to restore all at a time. If all the backups are in same location, you can restore all 3 backups at a time. First full, then differential, then log. This is the hierarchy. Okay, so how to restore one by one? First, go to your databases, right click, restore database.
Yeah.
Choose device. Okay, browse. First we have to restore a full backup, right? Without restoring full backup, I cannot restore any other backups. Okay, add. This is my full backup. Double click on it. Okay, bash 39, right? Bash 39 underscore. I'm going to restore with today's date. Underscore, what is today's date? 28/9, right? 28/9. Fine. So file space again. Okay, if you are restoring in the same server, no need to choose this option. If you are restoring in a different server, then you can choose this relocate all files and folders. If you choose this option also, nothing will happen. Okay, even if you are restoring in the same instance or different instance. Okay, if you choose this option, nothing will happen. For safe side, if you want, you can choose it, but when you cannot miss it, if you are restoring a database from one instance to another instance, you have to choose this option. Now I am restoring the database in a same instance, so no need to select this option. What will happen to this option? Simply, I'll tell you. Okay, so here your original file name. Okay, this is your original file name, and once you are going to restore, this is how in this path it is going to restore. Okay, so if you are restoring in the same instance, the paths will be same. Original file name path is same, restore as is also going to be same. If you are restoring in a different instance, that the path will be changed, right? So if you select this option, it will take effect of new path, the destination path. It will select the destination path. If you don't select it, it will keep it as a source path only. If source path existed in that server, it will restore. If source path doesn't exist in the server, it will throw the error. Okay, so that's why this option will help you if you are restoring in a different SQL server or in a different instance. Okay, it will simply enable the destination path. Fine. Go to options, Okay, if the database is already there, select overwrite. Means you want to overwrite the database, then select the overwrite. Okay, if the database is not there, you can leave it. No need to select that option, overwrite existing database. When we are going to overwrite, if the same database with the same name is there, then only you have to overwrite it. Okay, so now there is no question. I'm restoring with a bash 392809. There is no such database, right? I can happily restore it without overwriting. I can happily restore it. If I want to restore batch 2809, then definitely I have to choose. Already batch 392809 database is already there. Then what I have to do? I have to overwrite it. Okay, so that it will delete the old database and it will restore the new database with a bash 392809. Okay, name. Fine. So go to options, restore recovery states, restore with recovery, restore with no recovery, restore with standby. Listen carefully when we have to use this, all these three options. See, restore with recovery means, imagine you are restoring only one backup. There are no backups to restore. That is the final backup. In that case, you can go with restore with recovery. If you choose this restore with recovery option, your database will comes to online. You can access the database and you cannot restore further backups. Clear, everyone? Everyone, it is very important. Restore with recovery means the database will comes to online. It won't allow to restore any more backups. You can access the database if you choose restore with recovery. Restore with no recovery means the database will be in restoring state. You cannot access the database, but you can restore further backups. That is with restore with no recovery. Means your database will be in restoring state. If your database is in restoring state, you cannot access the data. Okay. And the main important advantage is you can restore further backups. Okay. So this is how restore with no recovery will work. Right. So restore with standby means simply here also you can restore further backups. The database will be accessible, but only for read operations it will be accessible. Only for the read operations it will be accessible. Okay, you cannot write or insert any data. Insert, update, delete you cannot do on the destination database. Database will be accessible. Combination of these two. Okay, in the restore recovery, database is accessible, but you cannot restore further backups. In the restore with no recovery, database won't be accessible, but you can restore further backups. Restore with standby, you can access the database and you can restore the further backups as well. But what kind of access you will get? Read-only permissions you will get on the database. Clear? Everyone, please let me know in case if you have any doubts. Very important this is. Any issues with restore with recovery, with no recovery, standby?
So that means that database doesn't have any modification, sir. Restore with standby.
See, you can do it after restore with standby. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. See, whatever means it is not possible. Only modification is not possible. Only you can read the data. That's it. When modification is possible, imagine you are restoring one more backup. Then if there are some changes in that backup, modification is possible. Okay. So let me close the meeting. Let me reopen the meeting. Please join immediately.